This video is about solving test samples for chapter 6 and 7. Number 1. There's an order pair -3 and -4. Is this order pair a solution to this system of equations? There are two equations. So what we can do is substitute -3 for x and -4 for y. So from the equation 1, 3x minus 2y is equal to -1. Replace this x and y with the values -3 and -4. So 3 times -4 minus 2 times -4. Okay, so the x value is -3. Then let's check if this is -1. Right, then this is -9 and plus 8. This is equal to -1. So this is -1, right? -1. So when we plug in this -3 and -4 into the first equation, the equation is true. Okay, let's also check whether the second equation is also true. If both equation 1 and 2 are true, then the provided order pair is the solution. So x is -3 plus y is -4. Is it actually -7? We don't know, so let's check it out. So -3 plus -4 is -7, and this is equal to -7. So both equations is true. So this is true, this is true. So yes, -3 and -4 is a solution. Okay, number 2. In order to solve the system of linear equations, we can use substitution method, which means here is y. Okay, this is the expression for y, so that we can substitute 2x minus 3 for y in the other equation. So the first equation now becomes this. 4x minus 2, y equals 4. So I'm going to replace this y. Replace this y with 2x minus 3 equals 4. Then 4x minus 4x plus 6 equals 4. And then let's simplify. So this 4x minus 4x is 0. So we have 6 equals 4. And this result is false. This is a false statement, which means two equations. So equation 1 and equation 2. They are what? Parallel. There's no solution. This means there is no solution. Okay, first, whenever you have a false statement, then the conclusion is there is no solution. No solution. Okay, keep in mind this. No solution. What if, for example, in other cases, what if we have something like 3 equals 3? True equation. Then that means there are infinitely many solutions. There are infinitely many solutions. So in this question, since our result is false, there is no solution. We cannot find any pair that satisfies these two equations. This means there's no intersection at all. Two lines, so line 1 and line 2 are parallel, so that they never intersect. Then we get this false statement. So whenever you have a false statement, the answer is what? No solution. Okay, example number 3. In this case, we can try elimination method. So let's think about the coefficient of x and y. Okay, the coefficient of x is 2. This is 3. How about y? 3 and -5. So we can make the same coefficient with different signs. So okay, here's the equation 1. And let's say this is equation 2. So why don't we make the second equation, multiply the second equation by -3. Then this will be -6x plus multiply -3 by 5. -3 is positive 15y equals 3 times 8 is 24. So multiply the second equation. Multiply the second equation by -3. Okay, and then the first equation is unchanged. 6x plus 3y equals 12. Alright, then we made the coefficient of x same with a different sign. So why don't we just add these two equations? Then x terms cancel out. The y terms are, it becomes 18y is equal to 36. Divide each side by 18. 18, 18, then y equals 2. So the value of y is 2. We found the value of y. Then let's find the value of x. So you can use either equation 1 or 2. So let's use equation 1. Let's use equation 2. Then 2x, equation 2 is 2x minus 5y is equal to -8. And then replace this y with 2. Then 2x minus 5 times 2 equals -8. 2x minus 10 equals -8. 2x is equal to, okay, plus 10 each side. Then 2x equals to 2. And divide each side by 2. Then we get the x value 1. Okay. So the solution is x equals 1, y equals 2. So this is the solution. Okay, this means the first equation, the graph of the first equation and the second equation meets at this point. Okay, for this number 4, okay, there are two equations, so we can use substitution. So for substitution, the y is, this is the expression for y. So substitute this expression for y in the other equation here. So from the second equation, let me write the second equation. 7y, this is x, right? This gotta be an x. So 7x plus y. Y is what? 4 minus 7x equals 4. Then let's simplify this equation. 7x minus 7x cancel out. These two cancel out. So 4 equals 4. Look at the result. This is true, right? And if it's this true, then what's our conclusion? There are infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Why? Because this means two lines are identical. So here's the graph of line 1, and the graph of line 2 is exactly the same as this. So all the points on this line are the solution. So whenever we have two equations, once you solve this, then our conclusion is there are infinitely many solutions. For number 5, this is a word problem. Okay, each watch is worth the price of the watch is $2,500, and a scarf is $300. So a customer bought 7 items total, including both watch and scarves. So the number of watch plus the number of scarf is 7. And the total cost he spent for these two, to buy these two items, is $8,700. So $8,700 is the sum of the total price of the watch and the total price of the scarf. So the total price of watch is, each watch is $2,500. So multiply this amount by the number of watch, W, plus the total price of the scarf is, okay, each scarf is $300. So $300 times the number of scarves, which is S. So we have an equation like this, two equations. So we can solve for W or S in this case. So why don't we use substitution or elimination? So you can use, okay, we can try elimination. Okay, let's get rid of S, because the coefficient of S is 300. This is 1, and 300 is smaller than 2500. Okay, so why don't we multiply? Okay, let's say this is the first equation and this is the second equation. So to multiply the first equation by negative 300. So the coefficient of S is negative 300 and this is 300. So the first equation will be negative 300W minus 300 S equals negative 2100. Okay, write down the second equation as it is. Okay, second equation, 2500W plus 300S equals 8700. Okay, and then add these two equations. So negative 300 plus 2500 is 2200W. These two cancel out, and this one is 2500, so 6600. Then W is equal to, divide the equation by 2200, then W equals 3. So the number of watch is 3. So let's find the scarf. So from the first equation, watch is 3, right? So the number of scarf is minus 3 each side, so 4. So the number of watch is 3 and the number of scarf is 4. Okay, number 6. Okay, this is about, there are two purchases. The first purchase is this one. Okay, a person bought made 20 black and white copies and 25 color copies, and the total cost is 14. So using the first information, we can write an equation like this. Okay. The first equation is, let's say B is the price per each black and white copy and C is the price per color copy. So there are 20 black and white, and then each black and white cost B dollars. And then there are 25 color copies and each cost C dollars. So altogether it costs $14. So this is an equation we got from the first information. And from the second information, the equation would be like this. There are 40 black and white and each costs $5 dollars. There are 5 color copies and I don't know how much it is, so multiply 5 by what? The price of the color copy. And altogether it cost $10. So here is a system of linear equations. So from here we need to solve for C or B. And the question is, we are looking for the black and white copy. So we want to find black and white copy. So let's get rid of C. So in order to get rid of C, we can use elimination. The coefficient is 25, so why don't we make this one negative 25? So how? We can multiply the second equation by negative 5, right? So multiply the second equation by negative 5. So 40 by negative 5 is negative 200b minus 25c 10 multiplied by negative 5 is negative 50. Then write down the first equation. 20b plus 25c equals 14. And then add these two equations. So negative 180b, these two cancel out. And then negative 36. So b is equal to divide each side by negative 180. Then, okay, so this is 5, 1 over 5. Is it 1 over 5? So 5 times 6 is 30. Yes, it's 1 over 5. So b. So each black and white copy is $1 over $5, which is $0.2, right? 20 cents. It's 20 cents. Okay, number 7 is, okay, there are two equations, but there's a question mark. So we want to find this value so that these two equations have infinitely many solutions. Okay, in order to have infinitely many solutions, this means two lines are equal. Two lines are equal. That means two equations has to be equal. So here's equation 1 and equation 2. In order for these two lines, two equations to be equal, let's find out. Okay, so let's, from equation 3. Now 3 and 2. So let's make this 3 into 2. Okay, 3x, just 3x plus 9y is equal to 18. So I want to make this one into 2x. So how? Oh, wait a second. Okay, how do we make it 2x? So why don't we multiply? So we can multiply 3x, multiply the second equation by 2 over 3. So let me write it here. Multiply the second equation by what? 2 over 3. So we can get rid of 3 and replace it with 2. And this means, okay, 3x times 2 over 3, right? 2 over 3 plus 9y, 3 over 2 over 3 equals 18 times 2 over 3. Then this is equal to 2x plus, we can reduce this. Okay, let's reduce this one. 3, so it will be 6y. Reduce these two, then 6, so 2 times 6 is 12. And then isn't this the first equation? What's the first equation? First equation is 2x plus 6y is equal to something, right? So comparing with, this is actually the second equation. Comparing with this, here's 2x, 6y. So this question mark has to be equal to 12. So the answer is 12. Okay, how did we do this? Okay, so let's make 3 into 2. So how do we make 3 into 2? We can multiply 3 by what? 2 over 3, right? 2 over 3. So multiply, get 3x. Here's a 3x. Multiply 3x by what? 2 over 3. So we can get rid of this 3. So we have only 2x left. So the question mark is 12. Or you can do this way. Okay, from the first equation, let's divide. Okay, from the first equation, let's divide it by 2. Okay, divided by 2. Divided by 2. Then we have, okay, this is the first equation. This is the first equation. So divide by 2 means over 2 over 2 over 2. So we get x plus 3y is equal to question mark over 2. Okay, how about number 2? So how about the second equation divided by 3? Then this will be 3x plus 9y. This is the second equation and divided by 3. So we have x plus 3y is equal to 6. Okay, so in this case we have two equations here. One equation, another equation. As you can see here, here is x term, 3y, 3y. This means the right side of each equation must be true. So the right side of the first equation is question mark over 2. It's gotta be equal to 6. So this has to be equal to this. Then by multiplying each side of the equation by 2. So let's get rid of this. So multiply both sides by 2. Then 2 cancel out. Question mark is 12. So this is the answer. Okay, number 8 is about finding the speed of the boat. So when you go with the water, then the speed of the boat is increased. So let's say B is the speed of the boat and C is the speed of the current. So when you go from A to B, that is a downstream, then the total speed will be the sum of the boat and the current. So B plus C is the speed of the downstream. And when you go upstream, then your boat speed will be slowed down. You're going slow down because you are going against the water. So the total speed will be the boat speed minus the current speed, B minus C. So let's find the speed of the boat. Okay, in order to do this, let's use the formula. Okay, the distance formula. Okay, what is wrong with this? Okay, distance is the speed times number of hours. So using distance formula, okay, when you go downstream from A to B, then the total distance is 40 kilometers, and the total speed for the downstream is sum of the boat and the current. And the number of hours they traveled is what? 2 hours. So this is the equation for the from the first information. Okay, for upstream, from the upstream information, the total distance the boat traveled is 16 kilometers. And the total speed is B minus C because you are going against the water. And then how many hours it traveled? 2 hours. So we have a system of equations with these two. So let's find B. Okay, in order to find this B, let's divide each equation by 2. So divide each equation by 2. Then so divide by 2. So 20 equals B plus C. How about second equation? Second equation divided by 2. Then 8 equals B minus C. So from this, let's add these two equations. Then we can get rid of this C. So from here, B equals 14. This means the boat speed is 14 kilometers per hour. That's the answer. Okay, number 9 is about interest problem. A customer has a $5,000 and he's splitting into two amounts so that one amount goes to bank A and the other amount goes to bank B. So let's say you deposit X dollars into the bank A, then the amount goes to the bank B is the total minus X. So it will be $5,000 minus X dollars. Okay, and the first bank, the annual interest rate is 9%, and the second bank gives you 6%. So the interest formula is this. Interest is PRT, principal times the annual interest rate and then number of years, T. So in this case, the question is, Okay, how much should be invested in the first account so that the both accounts earn the same amount of interest? So the interest you earn from bank A should be equal to the interest you earn from bank B. So using the interest formula, the interest from bank A is the principal. And what is the principal? Principal is X dollars, right? This is principal X dollars. The rate is 9%, so 0.09. And the time is, let's say, 1 year. Okay, so the interest from bank B for 1 year is, okay, the total interest is, the principal is $5,000 minus X. And then the interest 0.06 for 1 year, so multiply by 1. Okay, then solve this equation. Okay, solve this equation. So, okay, so multiply this. Oh, I just keep changing. 0.09x is equal to, multiply this 5,000 times 6, then 30, and then move 2 decimal places away. So we have this x. Okay, and then plus 0.6x, 0x to the left. Then this is equal to 0.15x is equal to 300. Then divide each side by 0.15. Then x is equal to 200. 2,000. 15, so 20, and then almost 0. So the amount deposited in bank A is $2,000. The first bank, right? How about the deposit in the second bank? Second account is 5,000 minus 2,000. So that is $3,000. So the bank A, so you deposit into the bank A $2,000 into bank A and $3,000 into the bank B. Okay, number 10. Using the elimination or addition method, by one number should the first equation be multiplied without changing the second equation to eliminate the y terms in this system of linear equations. So in order to get rid of this y, the coefficient of y is 14 and negative 7. So we have to multiply the first equation by something so that we can get rid of these y terms. So the coefficient is 14. So why don't we make this the coefficient of y in the first equation to negative 14. Then we gotta multiply the first equation by 2. So the coefficient of y becomes what? Negative 14. Okay, so let's multiply. So multiply the first equation by 2. So 2 times 4x minus 7y times 2, right? And negative 1 times 2. Then this is 8x plus minus 14y equals negative 2. And the second equation is 3x plus 14y is equal to negative 7. So once you add these two y terms cancel out, right? So we gotta multiply the first equation by 2. So 2 is the solution. Get the answer for this question. Okay, for number 11, find the slope. Find the slope of a line that is parallel to this. So find the slope of a line that is parallel to this. So in order to find the slope, okay, if two lines are parallel, then the slope 1 and slope 2 are same. So we got to find the slope of the given line. So we must find the slope of this line first. Okay, then to find the slope, we have to write this in a slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form. Okay, slope-intercept form is what? Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Then this m is the slope. So 2x minus 3y equals 12. I'm writing twice. Okay, let's get rid of minus 12. Okay, 2x, move 2x to the other side. Then once you move a term across the equation, then we change the sign. The minus 2x becomes negative 2x. And then divide each side by negative 3. So we have only y in the left-hand side of the equation. Then 2 over 3x minus 4. So this is now slope-intercept form. Then the coefficient of x is the slope. So the slope is 2/3. Because two lines are parallel. So the slope of the new line is same as the slope of the given equation. Okay, for number 12, we want to find the equation of the vertical line passing through these 2 points, this point. So, okay, let me draw a point so that we can understand better. Okay, negative to this point is in negative 2 and 7. Let's say this is 7, negative 2. So this is the point. So the only vertical line that passes through this point is this guy. Right? This guy. Then the equation of a vertical line is what? The equation of vertical line is x equals the x value. Okay, the equation of the vertical line is what? X equals the x value. X equals, what's the x value of this line? Negative 2, right? Negative 2. So that's the equation of vertical line. How about horizontal line? Horizontal line is y equals the y value. Right? Do you remember the holy vertex? Holy vertex. This means equation of the horizontal line. Equation of the horizontal line is y equals equation of the horizontal, HO means horizontal line, is y equals the y value. The vertex means equation of the vertical line. Equation of the vertical line is x equals the vertical line, x value. So since we are looking at the vertical line, the equation of vertical line is what? X equals the x value, negative 2. Okay, in problem number 13, let's find the slope of a line that is perpendicular to the x-axis. So let me draw a x-axis and the y-axis. X-axis, this is the y-axis. So perpendicular to the x-axis is horizontal line. So if you draw a perpendicular line, there will be a vertical line. This is a vertical line, right? Vertical line. Vertical line. And x-axis is the horizontal line. Horizontal line. So the slope of this vertical line is what? Is always undefined. It's undefined. Slope of horizontal line is 0, but slope of the vertical line is always undefined. So the answer will be undefined. Okay, let's add these two polynomials. So when we add two polynomials, we have to get rid of the parentheses. So in this case, we can just remove the parentheses. So 3x squared plus 7x, then plus, not plus, we have negative 2x, right? So it's going to be minus 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4. And then combine the like terms. And then before we combine the like terms, make sure you write the largest exponent term first. So negative 2x cubed comes first. And next is x squared. So here is x squared, x squared. Then put them together, combine these two. Then negative 3 plus 2 is negative x squared. And here is only one x term, so write it down, 7x. And here's only one constant, so write it down. So that is the addition of this result. Okay, now the question that I solved just now is different from the test paper. So let me rewrite it. So the question was incorrect, so I rewrote the question correctly. So this is the right expression. So let's add these two. Then negative 3x squared plus 7x. The second polynomial becomes minus 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x. This is minus 4x, not minus 4. Then combine the like terms. So the largest exponent term comes first. And combine these two. Then there will be minus x squared. Here is x term and x term. So there will be 7 minus 4 is plus 3x. Okay, so let me erase this. It's not okay. Okay, number 15 is a subtraction. So when we subtract polynomial, okay, we have to be careful. Okay, the first polynomial is just, actually this is 1. 1 means you're multiplying each term in the parentheses by 1. So there is no changes in the terms for each polynomial. And each term in the first parenthesis. Okay, for the second one, here's parenthesis polynomial, and that polynomial is multiplied. Minus means multiply. Multiply each term in the parenthesis. So that means make it opposite, change the sign of each term. So the first term will become minus become positive. So plus 2 cubed. And 5x multiplied by negative is minus x. And negative 2 become plus 2. And then combine the like terms. So 2x cubed comes first, this one. And there is one x squared term, so write it down. And there are two x terms, so combine these two. So negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7x. And here are two constants, so 6 plus 2 is 8. So that is the answer for this question. Okay, for number 16, we need to simplify this exponential expression. So look at this. Negative is outside the exponential form. So negative stays outside. And this exponential form is, okay, this one has the base has 2 factors. That means you can assign 4 to each factor. So it will be 2 to the 4th power, and the second factor is raised to the 4th power. Okay, then this is equal to negative still outside. 2 to the 4th power is 16. And this one, we can just multiply the exponents. Power to another power, so 3 times 4. Then that is negative 16 x to the 12th power. So this is the answer. Okay, so to simplify this number 17, okay, this is a product of 2 exponential forms. So let's simplify each exponential form. In the first one, there are 2 factors in the base. So assign the power 3 to each factor. Then that is a squared raised to the 3rd power, and b is raised to the 3rd power. Okay, for the second one, we do the same thing. So negative 2, this factor negative 2 is raised to the 5th power, and b cubed is raised to the 5th power as well. Then simplify each factor. Then for this, a is raised to the 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6 power, b cubed. And then this one is negative 2 is multiplied 5 times. Then negative, okay, 5 times is 32. 2 times 2 times, and then, multiply 2 5 times. Then it will be negative 32. And then b to the 3 times 5 is 15. And the number comes first. And then, okay, here is one, a to the 6th power. There are two exponential forms with the same base b. Then this will be b to the 3 plus 15. So negative 32, a to the 6th power, b to the 18th power. So this is the answer. Okay, in this example, I copied the question incorrectly too. So here is a, negative 2 times a times b cubed, but I omit this variable a. So let's do it again. So this means the first factor in the base is raised to the 3rd power, b is raised to the 3rd power. From the second exponential form, negative 2 is raised to the 5th power, a is raised to the 5th power, b cubed is raised to the 5th power. And this is equal to a to the 6th power, multiply the powers, b cubed, then this is negative 32, a to the 5th power, and this is b to the multiply, so 3 times 5 is 15. The number comes first, then here is a to the 6th power, a to the 5th power, then next 6 plus 5 is 11. 6 plus 5, right? And then b to the, this is cube, this is 15th power, so 3 plus 15. Then finally the answer is negative 32, a to the 11th power, b to the 18th power. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, to multiply this, we can use a formula for this. The formula is this. Okay, let me write the formula here. A minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2 times ab plus b squared. So we can use this formula. Then this will be equal to, okay, so 3x can be treated as a, and then this y can be replaced by b. So a squared means 3x is multiplied twice, right? A squared minus 2ab, 2 times a, b is y, plus b squared. Then simplify each term, then 9x squared minus 6xy plus y squared. So this is the answer. Or you can do it this way. If you are not sure about the formula, then you can multiply the base twice. Then use the FOIL method. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Multiply this 2, then minus 3xy. Multiply the inner terms, then minus 3yx. Yx can be written as xy. And then multiply the last terms. Negative y times negative y is y squared. And then combine the like terms. This will be minus 6xy plus y squared. So we can get the answer like this. You can use the formula, or you can just multiply the binomial twice. Okay, for this number 19, okay, let's multiply two exponential forms. Okay, something to the 0 power. Now, if it is 0 power, then this is always equal to what? Equal to 1. Okay, this is equal to what? 1. So the result will be from only this exponential form. Okay, then this exponential form has factors in the base, negative 3, x to the 4th power, and this. So there are 3 factors. So we gotta raise each factor to the negative 2 power. And x to the 4th power raised to the negative 2. And then y negative 3 multiplied by negative 2. I'm going to x raised to the negative 2 power. Multiplied by 1 times 1 because this is equal to 1. Alright then. Okay, if you have a negative exponent, you can move it to the denominator, from numerator to denominator or from denominator to numerator. So this will be negative 3 and the power changes sign. How about this one? X to the 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 and then y to the power is negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. Okay, so from here y to the 6th power stays in the numerator. And x to the 8th power, negative 8 goes to the denominator. Then the exponent, negative 8 becomes positive 8. And negative 3 squared is positive 9. So this is the answer. Okay, for number 20, okay, let's simplify this. So okay, the exponential form has two bases, x to the negative 2, x to the negative 3rd power. So let's assign the exponent 3 to each exponent, to each factor. So this is equal to 2 times x to the negative 2 is raised to the 3rd power, y negative 3 is raised to the 3rd power. Then this is equal to, okay, that is equal to 2 times x to the negative 6th power, y to the negative 9th power. Then once you have a negative exponent, you can move the position. So x to the negative 6th power can go down, then x to the 6th power, and negative 9 becomes positive 9. So y to the 9th power. So that is the answer. Okay, for number 21, negative 8 to the 4th power is just one exponential form. So we can write it like this. And then for the second exponential form, you can raise each factor to the 2nd power and 8 to the negative 5 to the 2nd power. Then negative 8 to the 4th power, 8 to 4 squared is 16, right? So this is 16 times 8 to the negative 10. Then negative 16 times, okay, how about look at this exponential form. The base is a, so we can add 4 and negative 10. So the answer is negative 16, 8 to the negative 6th power. Oh, not yet. Because this power, the exponent is negative, so we can move 8 to the negative 6th power to the denominator, then it becomes 8 to the 6th power. So this is the answer. Okay, to divide this one, let's use the long division method. So write down x squared minus 6. So x squared, and then there is no x term, so put a little space for the x terms, minus 6. And this is divided by x minus 2. Okay, for this long division, we gotta find something so that x times, the first one is x, so x times x is x squared. Then multiply the other term, negative 2 by x, then negative 2x. Then write it down next to this one, so that negative 2x in the second column. And then what do we do next? We do the subtraction. So top minus the second expression. Then this will be the first equation. The first term will be always 0. X squared minus x squared is 0. And then the second expression is what? Negative times negative is positive. So this is 2x. And then bring the next term down. So we have 2x minus 6. Okay, let's find another quotient. So x times what is 2x? It's gotta be 2, right? So x times 2 is 2x. And then multiply the other one. So negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4. And then what we do next is subtract. Subtract top minus bottom. Then 2x minus 2x is 0. Negative 6x minus minus is positive 4. Negative is positive. So negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. Then this is the remainder. So the answer is the quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. Since the remainder is negative, you can move it to the front. So minus 2 over x plus 2. So this is the answer. Okay, number 23 is negative 3 is multiplied. This means negative 2a is multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So we can write it as this. Then it will be negative 2 to the 6th power, then a to the 6th power. So negative 2 to the 6th power is it 64, right? 64. And then the sign is negative. So this sign negative is multiplied 6 times. So the sign will be positive 64, a to the 6th power. Okay, then this is equal to negative 2. And then multiply the exponent. So there will be negative 2 times 6 is negative. Okay, wait a second. This is before we do this, we got okay, this is equal to, let me rewrite it, isn't it? Negative 1 over 2 to the 2 squared, right? Then this is equal to negative, let me erase this. Then this is equal to negative 1 cubed. So negative 1 is multiplied 3 times. So the answer will be negative. Then 1 over 2 cubed is 1 cubed over 2 squared cubed. So negative 1 over 2 to the 6th power. Then this is equal to negative 1 over 2 to the 6th power is 64. So this is the answer. Or you can do this way. This negative is multiplied 3 times, so the result is negative. And then negative 2 to negative 2 power is cubed, then negative 2 to the negative 6th power. Then you can move this one to the denominator, then 1 over to the 6th power, so negative 1 over 64. Still we have the same answer. Okay, for number 25, we can separate the numerator. So there are 2 terms in the numerator, so divide it using the same denominator. Plus the second term 5xy becomes over 5xy. Then simplify each term. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 5 divided by 3 is 1. So we have 3. And then there are 3x and 1x in the bottom. So we can subtract 1 from 3. Even y. Okay, there are 2 y's in the numerator. And the denominator, there is only 1. So you can subtract. Plus, this all cancel out. So from the first equation, okay, from the first term, this will be 3 over, this is 3x squared, y plus 1. So that's it, huh? That's it. So let me erase this line. So this is the solution to the first solution to this question. Okay, for this question, the last one, is equation true? The answer is no, because the base is different, a and b. These two exponential forms have different bases, so you cannot combine a over b. So this is not right.